Hey viewers, welcome to another game as the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing another Smite 1 versus, not 1 versus 1, no, fully pre-made I wanted to say. This is between Root, the team obviously, and CRS or Curse Gaming. Yeah, that is the two, well, very high level teams, and you can see that, well, they all pick some really OP champions, so this should be really good. And we're going to admire the scenery for a little bit. Holy crap, I really like this scenery, man, and all of the details that went into this. Obviously they they have gone to a new level of making the game look awesome. So anyway, we have on both sides people going for buffs, obviously different buffs, because this is going to be for the blue team. It's going to be blue buff and speed buff. For the red team, it's going to be red buff and speed buff. But the red buff guys, they will go to the blue buff later on. As you can see, the first tower is already up. I don't know why he didn't recall. You can recall easily and then come back in. Giving you back all of the mana, and that of course would be excellent. So the mid laner is probably going to pick up this this red buff. No. Who's this then? Oh, it is Odin. Okay, they want to win the side lane then, and they are going to use this. And of course with Odin, yeah, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting a simple buff. And there you go, getting one each. The blue buff, yeah, I would assume that to go to the guy with the cannons, the Vulcan. Vulcan is really much better early game if he has a blue buff, because his towers are really easy to kill, and if you just can, well, spam them a little bit more because you have plenty of mana, you will do a lot more with them. Otherwise you have to be very conservative, because if you only have your normal mana bar, you can only place like 4 or 5. And yeah, then you have to basically give it up. So we see him go for the Inferno Cannon first, and then the Thumper second, and that is kind of the standard build. I don't know when he will go for the one. I also don't know what they level up first. Normally I would say Inferno Cannon first, but yeah, well, the Thumper is a better harass tool because it does damage to everyone in its radius, and that means that you can always do damage with it. Here the Inferno Cannon, yeah, it has to be, well, you have to be lucky basically, or you have to only target that one guy that you want to damage. But yeah, with the Thumper, as long as it's in range, it will do damage. So I can totally see people going for that. And you can see how much he's spamming those cannons, and he's still at almost full mana. So I'm not sure which team I should root for. I guess I should root for Root, because, well, what else are you going to do for Root? Root for Root, right? No, I really don't know. Both teams are really good, so maybe, yeah, I'm going to go with Curse Gaming here. They did very well in the last game against that we saw. Well, that was yesterday, so yeah, they really are practicing a lot and against the good teams. So we'll have to assume that they are actually doing well. Curse Gaming, of course, a very high level gaming clan, I should call it, I guess. In many games, they play a lot of games, and they really know how to train, how to, well, pick their players and such. So I do want to give them an advantage in these kind of well, in an environment. And obviously, well, Smite is still a relatively young competitive game, because obviously it's still in beta, so the real tournaments haven't really started yet, and I really don't know. So anyhow, I'm not actually sure who's going to come out ahead, but seeing from the picks, yeah, we have Odin and Vulcan, which means a lot of tankiness, but also a lot of AoE damage and AoE protection. And oh, here we go, but no towers going down. Of course, yeah, it would be excellent if there was if there were towers coming out. And here we go with the damage. Is Odin going to stay alive? Because that is the one that is in most danger. And no, he is not going to stay alive. And the second guy will go down as well. Because, yep, Ra came in. Very nicely done. Root taking an early lead of 2-0. And that is excellent. But on the other side, yeah, mid is not being pushed. Because, well, there's nobody there. And this lane is also not being pushed. Because they're trying to be... well, a little bit back. Obviously the Anhur pick really good. Sobek, yeah, he is banned a lot, so he must be good, right? No, he's banned most of the games. I'm assuming one of the bans was at least Ymir, because normally we see Ymir as a counter to just about anything. And yeah, maybe Bakasura? I don't know. Maybe Bacchus? Bakasura probably not, but Bacchus would definitely be a strong contender for the last ban, because I'm assuming it was Ymir. And since Hebo isn't banned, well, they took someone else or some other role that they wanted to ban out. And well, Bacchus really is very strong at initiating those fights. Yeah, I think we should just roam the map like now. I don't know what people like to see, so if you have an opinion on that, whether you want to see like single players or whether you want to see the entire game and me trying to catch all the fights like what's happening over here, then yeah, just let me know. And well, as soon as I know, I will be able to use that, because well, I'm trying to make a game for you guys, not for me. So, or a video rather, because I can watch the game however I want, but I'm making the video for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, we have a kill there for Anhur, but a kill back for... Hang on, I thought someone died here as well, but... Oh! I just realized the ultimate from Neath actually took that. Because, well, Neath of course has an ultimate that ranges across the map, and yeah, you can do it from all the way across the map as long as there's no one in between you and your target. And he's going to use his ultimate to get out, but is the Ares equally lucky? Yes, they are going to make it out. No chase, and that means we are going to go to this lane, and also nothing going on here. Anhur just making sure that he's not getting caught by whoever this was. I thought it was... oh, no, it's Zeus. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, it's... yeah, it's Zeus with Guan Yu. And Guan Yu, of course, could have attempted an ultimate, but that would not have worked. So, yeah, Anhur a little bit too afraid. But then again, why not use your skills... well, your normal skills, not your ultimate, but... why not use your normal skills if you're trying to just, yeah, get out of there anyway? You're trying to go back to base, so by the time you bought everything and you healed up, yeah, your skills will be up as well. And as you can see, wards are being bought by Allied and Zapman, and Allied is here. And Zapman should be here. Yeah, so Zeus actually buying. Yeah, well, the Ares, that's kind of logical. I mean, he needs to buy wards. But the Zeus, yeah, that's surprising, because Zeus is really not a support champion at all. He's not a tank. He's not. He needs his money to buy damage. And with wards being 75, you really don't want to spend too much gold on those wards. You don't want to buy too many wards, because they increased that by 50%. Well, it's only 25 gold, but still, yeah, if you want to ward up the map like they used to do, it's going to be 50% more expensive. And yeah, that's why we don't see as many wards anymore. Yeah, the warding patterns have changed because of that. And yeah, we have a ward over here. I didn't even see that. Why do I not see that on the minimap? Really just completely gets out. Yeah. I think the ward was actually in the green, so in the green part of the minimap, and it just didn't show up. So it might be good to actually change the colors on that. Obviously I have it set to blue and red here. You can also set it to red and green. You can set it to blue and yellow in game. And this is the what's it called? Colorblind mode. And wow, once again the pull coming out. This time no pull on the Vulcan, however. Vulcan staying alive, and oh, 1-for-1 trade. But we are not going to trade 2 for 2. It is either going to be 2 for 1, or maybe he can actually get out. No, it's going to be 2 for 1. And yeah, on the other team, surprisingly, because people were coming in, I noticed that, but it was not going to be an equal trade, because there was it was going to be really hard for Ra to get out of that. So they were either going to save the Vulcan, or they were going to go for the kills, and they were going to go for the kills. So ended up 4-6. I don't know what the total tally is on that fight, but it definitely went in the advantage of the red team. Red team now ahead 6-4, as I said, and that is excellent. So we are going to pick up some more buffs. The gold here taken out. Well, he was going back, so I was assuming he would go for that movement speed boost, but nope. Just wants to grab this Anhur. Anhur, however, does not want to get grabbed, and we are going to be safe. So all lanes now kind of deserted. In left lane there's only the red team, mid lane only has the green team, and this is the only lane where there are both teams in there, but they don't really interact yet. They stay far away from each other. But here we go, we might actually, yeah, here's the ultimate. The ultimate really powerful, of course, in the early game. And are they going to be able to do it? Yes, they are going to be able to do it. Nicely done. Very aggressive move. And Zeus says, yeah, you're not getting out of there. I am just going to nuke you down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. And it's a Zeus for, well, just a random support. Which means that, or sorry, Hebo. Which means that although they got a kill, they gave away a kill to the very powerful, well, carry here. And with Zeus getting a kill, that is way more important than just some... Yeah, Ares in this case, I think he got the kill, but Ares getting the kill is not important at all. And, well, we'll see that in the late game. Obviously, there is some fighting going on in the other lanes. And how is the mid lane doing, by the way? Because, of course, this is our new champion. This. It is Neith, and Neith is currently, well, slightly overpowered. Not that she does more damage than others. It's just that she has a super good escape. She has lifesteal. She has so innate lifesteal, and well, all in all, oh, hang on, and she has that long-range snipe, which gives her a stun, and she has a regular stun. So all in all, she has a little bit too much, well, just CC and such utility, I guess. She has a little too much utility to be completely balanced, but yeah, well, they will figure it out eventually. It's just that if you give a champion 2 stuns, then they automatically, or a stun and a slow, then they automatically become overpowered. Look at Ymir, or I don't know. You have several more that that have just too much utility. But most of those have been nerfed in the past, and yeah, Ymir, for example, has been nerfed quite a lot with the introduction of focus, but now that focus is gone, he is once again very strong. And wow, yeah, the 2-second invulnerability, and is he going to make it out? Nope, he tried to ult, but it was not good enough. And are they actually going to pick up this second kill? I think Hebo is in some trouble. 2-second invulnerability from him, but he's still going to die. The Olaf doing a good job of just dodging out of there while the 2 seconds of invulnerability were active, and that is of course what you want to do. But look at how many people buy that. I mean, everyone on this team has it, 4 guys on this team have it, and only the Olaf is still undetermined on what he wants. But that Aegis Amulet, yeah, it's a little bit too powerful for now, because it provides you not only damage invulnerability, it also provides you with the invulnerability to stuns or displacements, things like that. So all in all, it just does a whole lot. Obviously you need to use it in the correct way, because if you use it well, in the way that some people use it in the lower ELOs, which is just to avoid dying, it does not work. Because most of the time when you use it to just avoid dying, you will die anyway only 2 seconds later. And oh, here we go. Yeah, oh man, she actually used her ultimate to get that last kill, because she knew that if she just locked onto him, it would take more than 2 seconds, and yeah, then you get an automatic kill, because after the 2 seconds you will die anyway. And that's exactly what I was talking about, although in this case it could have worked out. It was just that the ultimate was up and nobody was there to block the shot. But yeah, we see those kind of things a lot in the low ELO, where people just use that ability like they use the Kale ability at low ELO, just to stay alive for 2 more seconds, and that is not how that's supposed to work. It's supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be used against a certain well, type of spell. So channeled spells and such are really easy to block with it. Also the ring from Odin, it only lasts for a few seconds, so if you use it correctly you will take no damage during his ultimate, and that is of course very, very strong. It is something that yeah, that just, and here's another one, the ultimate from oh, what's your name, Sobek. Ultimate from Sobek is also a very good target if you're low on health, because it does a lot of damage. And oh man, picking up the kills like there is no tower. And red and blue team both get a tower there, and both of the opposite towers even, so one on the left lane, one on the right lane, and yeah, they get the similar towers. And there we go, getting the kill on Neath. Neath was doing a good job so far. Yes, he is 5-1. So definitely doing a good job, and everyone is recalling currently. 2 guys here, 3 guys there, 1 guy here taking out another turret. So 2 towers in 1 push, that is significant. And here we go, blue buff is already taken, and he is going to take out those 2 last minions. I don't know who took the blue buff, but they left behind 2 minions, and that is costing the Hebo now the blue buff. So instead of him getting the blue buff, and I'm guessing one of his teammates took that because of the ward that is right there. Yeah, I'm guessing that, well, that's the way it is. His teammate took it out and denied a blue buff to Hebo now, and that is why you don't do that. Blue team destroys another tower there in mid lane. So yeah, they are ahead in towers by 1. It's not a huge deal, but it was because of that push in the right lane. But yeah, they already lost the tower in the right lane. I did not see that, so yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The right lane push, yeah, taking out 2 towers, that is a big deal, and that means that the Phoenix is now free, well, or vulnerable, however you want to see that. And that means that if someone starts pushing that lane, so if someone starts to push the right lane on the blue team, the red team has to react immediately, because otherwise they're going to lose that that Phoenix, and that of course would suck balls. So yeah, we get some more kills by the red team. Oh, only 1. Sorry, only 1. So Hebo went down. He was in the middle of 3 guys, and there was no way they could stop that. And we are going on the Fire Giant now. Fire Giant, of course, a very, well, very good buff. And yeah, of course, the enemy team knows what's going on. They know this is happening, and that means that they are going to try to stop it from happening. And wow, getting a free kill there. Well, not entirely free, because the red team does have... Oh, the blue team gets it! The blue team gets the Fire Giant. And I don't know how that worked, but that did happen. Oh, but they are going to be in a big team fight now. And I'm not actually sure if they can kill everyone. But yeah, it seems that they are outnumbering in every fight. Only one guy lost on the blue team, 3 on the red team. And that is, yeah, definitely not good for them. So they went from, well, actually a secure Fire Giant to losing 3 for 1 and losing the Fire Giant. And that is, of course, a big, big deal. Where is the Fire Giant buff? It is on... Oh, it just doesn't display properly. Okay. It looked like it wasn't there. Obviously, Hebo doesn't have it, because Hebo died before the buff was taken. And he didn't respawn yet. So, he died in the... Well, he was, his kill was... or his death was basically the reason for them to go for Fire Giant. But wow, we see so many Fire Giant steals in these high ELO games or high level games that I have to wonder whether they should start buying like Hand of the God. Because if you buy Hand of the Gods, then you have that last burst damage. Obviously it's only like 600, so it's not enough to actually securely take the Fire Giant, and that's why they don't do it. But if you have 2 on there, then it might actually work out, because then you have 1200 damage. Obviously you can't see the health on the creatures, but yeah, that's normally not a problem for these guys. Normally they know how big it is. The Gold Fury seems to be immune. I don't know, immune to what? No, it's just immune to the slow that was applied to it. And wow, Hebo, what are you doing, dude? Hebo just, yeah, suiciding in there, hoping to get enough damage done. And it is, well, quite a significant amount of damage that he did. But I don't think they can actually get anything out of this. And all 3 of these have to, well, just get out. It seems that we have wards on it from both teams. Well, one team wards it, the other team has a cannon on it, which is good enough too. It has a little bit of a vision range. It's not large, so if someone were to get in here and stand behind the Gold Fury or even next to it, you would not be able to see it. The vision range is like this big. So you really don't get a whole lot out of that, and they are going to, yeah, of course, ward this now. There you go. Kind of the standard place. And the blue team did see them coming up, and plus they saw them place the ward, but they did not see the other 2 coming in. So I don't know if this ward actually ranges all the way over here. But yeah, they do expect this. I'm assuming, oh, here is the ultimate from Crocodile. Oh no, it's not going to result in anything. I didn't see who got the buff, or not the buff, the gold. But I am assuming that was the red team. And the blue team is coming in with 2 guys. Sobek, that's his name. Well, if I say Crocodile, I'm assuming you know who I mean. And wow, the Cursed Gaming just retreating, but still getting some damage done. And actually significant damage, because 2 guys are low once again. And wow, getting a kill there on Sobek. Holy crap, how did that work? Where was Sobek anyway? Okay. It did not like that. I'm probably going to have to restart here because it just completely froze. And I guess I'll see you then. We are back. We just stole Fire Giant here with the Ra ultimate. I'm not actually sure where we are, but we are going to... So how long we have to go, but we are going to follow around this guy and see how he actually died. So because that was what I was trying to do. I'm not sure how long it'll take, because I don't actually know where I was. And it took me quite a long time to fast forward, so I don't really want to do it again. So I don't want to mess it up again, basically. And wow, so many things blocking the view. Anyhow, we are going for Gold Fury here. And of course, Gold Fury, yeah, that's not a very high price target in the late game. But it is still useful. We already saw this fight, and now we're going to, yeah, I just realized, but now we're going to see who picked it up, and hopefully we will be able to estimate from there why things happened. And nobody's picking it up as of yet. There are so many. Oh, here's the suicide from, yeah, from Hebo. Yeah, I completely forgot what happened already. That's so awesome. And yeah, the Gold Fury is still alive. It is still running around. And oh, here is where I wanted to see what happened to that guy. No, that was not here. So nobody got Gold Fury. And yeah, that means it was just a fight, and it's a fight that ended up 3-1 in the favor of the red team. The red team now ahead by 3 kills, which they have been for most of the well, for most of the game. And there you go, getting the ward off, and they are going to attempt it once again. Man. Oh yeah, here comes the ultimate in a moment. There will be the ultimate from the crocodile. And is he going to actually... He's going to try to steal it with that. But he's not going to. Red team gets the Gold Fury, which was kind of logical because nobody else launched a skill at that. Ra's ultimate was too late. Sobek's ultimate was, well, kind of hard to aim anyway. And he didn't really go in with it. So here we go. We are going in. And this is what I wanted to see. So I hope it's worth it. He's just going really low. And is he? Oh, he's going to get sniped. That's what happened. He gets sniped by the Neath ultimate. Which means that he basically should have stayed with his team. If he stayed with his team, someone would have jumped in between that shot, well, the 2 players basically. Because everyone was still at decent HP except for him. And that of course makes it very hard to, well, to kill someone if they just step in between it. Here comes the ultimate from Ares. But yeah, the ultimate from Ares doesn't really do anything late game. As I said in the previous game, it does a lot in the early game because nobody will have anything against it. But then in the late game, yeah, you have to catch people off guard. And most people have invulnerability to stuns and such in their ultimates. And yeah, they will just use that if they don't have anything else available. Because, well, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. And we are going to just try again for Fire Giant. Yeah, Hebo is going to pick up a cooldown buff. And it's really great that buffs don't really transfer to enemies if you get killed, because that means that stealing a buff is actually significant. And in this case that didn't really matter, but I just wanted to say it anyway. So we have 2 guys going for the enemy blue here. So they're going for the blue team's blue. And they do pick it up, obviously, because nobody's going to defend that. And the entire red team over here, the green team or blue team, whatever, they're kind of all over the place. they kind of don't have a real group. Well, this team has a group of 3 and now a group of 2 at the movement speed buff. And are they going to be able to utilize this, well, this lack of grouping up from the blue team to grab Fire Giant? It seems no. But I'm not actually sure. So they do want to get at least 1 kill before going for Fire Giant, because they know that, well, they lost it the last time and then they had the advantage. So they really need to make sure that they don't lose it again, because losing Fire Giant like that is really painful, as you might imagine. By the way, 4 kills between them and only 2k gold. So 2k gold is really not a whole lot if your average, well, if your average champion is worth about 10k. As you can see from just the amount of gold they have. And with being worth 10k, it means that, yeah, 2k is only 1/5 of a champion, even 1/6 of a carry. But yeah, that doesn't really matter at all. I mean, it can be significant if someone just completes his item with that 2k gold, but, well, this being team gold, it doesn't really matter. And, wow. Just insane amounts of damage going off on Ares. Ares is going to die, and that probably means Fire Giant. Although we might also just push. We see that Zeus is pretty low though. Yeah, the Phoenix is an easy target here. There's no way they're going to defend that, because there are 3 dead. And, well, how are you going to defend that? I'm assuming they're going for Fire Giant now. Yeah, they are. There they are, coming in, and this time, yeah, they will try to well, defend it, but it's going to be super impossible, basically. Oh, maybe Ra can snipe it again, but I don't think they're going to let him. No, it is Zeus who is on the outside. They always post someone on the outside to make sure that they can see what's happening, and there was apparently a ward there. Yeah, the ward was over here. So he warded at the exact wrong spot to keep his ward alive. And yeah, or Zeus did it in the right spot. You can also say that, but it's, yeah, it is Zeus. Yeah. So anyway, they pick up the Fire Giant here with no problems, and they're going to pick up the other buffs as well. Movement speed buff, blue buff, and the enemy team is going to pick off this this red buff, because yeah, you have to get some kind of an advantage somewhere, so might as well be a red buff on one of your high damage champions. And by now, yeah, the difference is about 4k, almost 5k, and with the Gold Fury that is going to increase to 6k. So yeah, 6,000 gold difference, and as I said, well, you have to compare it to how much the champions are worth, but that means about half a champion more on their team now. So half a carry more, that is. And that can be quite significant, especially if that gold is mostly on the carry types. And that seems to be the case because Neith has a lot of gold. Yeah, Odin has a lot, but that's not really a super carry. He can do a lot of damage though. And we have Zeus with a lot of damage. So all in all, yeah, that's pretty great. And yeah, I have to assume that this red team is going to make that work for them. Although blue team still isn't out of this. It's half a champion advantage. That is not enough to actually safely say that you got this. Because if they catch someone off guard, like this guy, who could have been in a 3 versus 1. But if they catch someone off guard and they kill him before the fight starts, then they're actually, well, the bonus shifts to the other team. Because with one guy out of the race, your half champion advantage is going to be a half champion deficit. And that is, of course, not what you would want out of that. And it is going to be definitely hard to combat that then. Even if you're ahead, but, well, currently they are still ahead. and they are grouping up just to make sure that nobody gets caught off guard. They're going to take out the turrets. There's no way to defend if you already have to defend your mid lane, because, well, then at best it would be a 4 versus 5, and if you're already behind, then yeah, it's going to be difficult. So the tower, the towers, the turrets do not shoot at the Phoenix or the towers. They only shoot at minions and champions. And look at this, just zoning out the enemy players, and they do get the Phoenix kill once again. And are they going to be able to finish it now? Because there are still all kinds of champions up. Well, 5 champions up for the red team. And the Guardian is going to go down here, I'm assuming. It is taking some damage, but it will regenerate better. It will also not be kited as much since the new patch, and well, we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, they do still get the instant kill, because well, at 32 minutes in you should be able to kill it in one go. And especially if there's only 1 or 2 champions, well, I think it's only 1 champion defending. So another long game, this time 33 minutes. It's not as long as the last one, but it's still pretty long. And yeah, a very good game this time. So we didn't see a whole lot of good plays from this team, but they kept up in gold for most of the game. Unfortunately, they could not make it work. Hebo going 3 and 8 is one of the examples of that. Also, sorry, the Anhur only going 3 and 4. That is not good enough normally to make it work. 10 and 2 on the other hand is very good, and also the 6 and 3 here. Yeah, you can see that they really made use of that advantage they had early game to stack gold on their carries, and they really made it work. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.